Right, so this day has kind of turned into something different than what I thought it was going to be. I didn't think I was going to be making a trip to town and running errands, but here I am doing it. Also, that's my truck back there. I have it parked down here at my grandma's house because we're building the shed up there and it's, of course, in the way. But I kind of miss my truck, so here's a fleeting look. Honestly, I would just take my truck instead of taking my car, but my car's faster. It's probably slightly more comfortable, and when I've kind of just got a mission, I gotta go somewhere, I gotta run an errand, I gotta do something, it's easier to take the most efficient vehicle, which is this one. I just saw a little hawk. It's so funny, I always say a little hawk or a big hawk. It's hard to distinguish their size while they're flying in the air, so it's probably easier to just say, or more accurate to say, I saw a hawk flying, but it was really low over the car. I tried to stick the phone out the window to capture it, but I probably didn't get it. It's a beautiful day, beautiful, and I've got the windows down and enjoying the drive here. It was very windy yesterday, like so windy I didn't take Ira outside, and you didn't even want to go outside, so it's nice today that the wind is kind of laying down. I had to run by Corey's for something before I headed out on my errands, and she was holding Woody, and she said, here, will you hold him for a minute so I can look for something? I said, sure. And holding him, I was like, oh, it makes me miss, of course, him, but it makes me miss Ira. I hate leaving Ira, even just to go and do something, you know, something that I need to do or something that somebody's wanting me to do, but I just hate leaving him. And I could have taken him with me, but if it's just, you know, I need to just get out here real quick and do the thing, you know, I'm faster on my own. I have to go to Cato's to return something for Granny. She is so funny. She said, I bought these 2 jackets for you and Corey because they got marked down, but they're too big. And I said, okay, you know, we'll return them. And then I looked at them and I was like, these are extra larges. They're really big, you know. They're not gonna fit, but it's just really sweet of her to think of us like that and want to get us something. And she has always been like that. She's so sweet to go out of her way to say, well, I think you and Corey would have really liked this, you know, so I bought this for you. And she's just, you know, we're 30 years old almost, and she's always been so thoughtful to think of us like that. Another item of business on this trip will be for me to return a pair of shorts that I got at Walmart, a pair of Levi shorts. Corey and I went out to Walmart the other night, and it actually was kind of later at night. We wanted to go all day, but by the time we had the availability to go, both of us together on the same schedule, it was evening time. So Austin was home from work. We left Woody with him. We took Ira with us, and Ira did great. He loves the store. He did good. We had a good trip, and we got some groceries. And we also, I got a pair of shorts. I didn't try them on. So that was probably the mistake, but I didn't want to try them on. It was late, and I was like, we just got to go home. So they were a little bit too tight. I'm hoping to find a size that fits. And one more item of business is to go by the post office for Mom. Got well, actually this is my Cato's bag, but my bags for the post office are back here. And I'm gonna run in real quick, drop off our stuff, and head to town. Okay, I am here at the Walmart. Before I went into the store, I noticed that they had some plants outside, and I just wanted to take a quick look at those. They had some peppers and some strawberries and some cilantro. Mom loves cilantro, but it's not really my thing. They also had flowers. Those are so beautiful. Those marigolds. I love marigolds. So many different shades of yellow and orange. Okay, I got those pants. The shorts returned in a smaller size, and now I'm hoping that they have one size up. While I'm here, I'm gonna look. We'll see. I don't know, guys. It's not looking promising for me. I need a size 6. I may not have one, so I may just be out of luck. No pants for me, maybe. Here are my shorts. I got a few different styles and a few different sizes, and I also picked up that pair of pants. So we'll just put a few of these on and see if any of them work. All right, these are the Levi's, I think these are Levi pants that I returned the same style for a bigger size, and these actually fit. These are nice, so these would be good to wear just around the house or probably somewhere, you know, out and about. I think they're nice enough to pretty much do anything with, so I really like these, and I'm glad that I came back for a different size because these actually do fit. Real talk, number one, these lights in this dressing room don't do me no favors, and two, since having Ira and nursing him and being so limited on my diet until recently, I've lost a lot of weight. And again, it's not the end of the world. I used to be a whole lot thinner when I was younger, but because I've lost so much weight, I just can't find any clothes that fit. And so before, I'll just be honest with you, before I had Ira, not right before I had him, but I don't know, some months before that, I was probably wearing like an 8 or a 10. And now I need like a 4 or a 6, and so that's kind of a dramatic change in clothes sizes, and I'm having a hard time finding stuff that fits, having a hard time even just approaching that at all. And I'm probably not the only one. If you have a baby, everything's different. Number one, your hips, I feel like they pull forward and they get wider, and then your butt disappears. So then, I'm just being honest with you, and then it's hard to find clothing that fits because nothing fits like it did before. Probably shouldn't put that in this video, but I'm gonna put it in there. These, so I tried, this is, I think this is the 4, and the 4 in this was too big, so the size 6 will definitely be too big, so I probably should just try a different size, like a smaller size than that. So that's the other thing about it, just because this is a 4, and if that's the size I wear, the size 6 or whatever, every brand is different, and this is Walmart's brand, so it seems like 2, 4, or 6 is probably what I'm looking at, and I have to just try one of those numbers until I find something that works. I forgot about my pants though. I should probably try those while I'm here. The pants kind of fit, but then I almost feel like in the waist they're too big. So after a little bit of wearing them, I kind of feel like they'll probably just get loose and fall off. But they're kind of cute. I mean, I wish they were a little longer, but. Okay, so I'm back for round 2, and I actually found 1 or 2, well those are capris, and I found like 1 or other type of shorts to try on along with those pants. These capris are cute. I wish they had a size 4 for me to try just to compare it to this size 6, because these kind of feel like they fit. They're really soft and really comfortable, but they don't have a size 4. Because if they had one, I could try it on and be like, am I just being picky, or do these really fit? And I think that's part of it. I'm real picky about how things feel, so I don't know. These will probably go on my I don't know list, just like I don't know about everything else. Okay, I just tried on these shorts in the size 2, and same thing, that I had a size 3, it worked. These also seemed a little tight. It's just like they don't have the in-between sizes, and then even like a 6, I didn't see a 6 in those, so kind of struggling over here. I think I'm gonna try my size in these, probably a 4 and a 6, because those are this is the pants that I was trying that wasn't working, so. These are more boot cut, I think. I probably should have just got those first, but I'll give it a try. Here we go again, one more time, and then I'm done. It's gonna look funny because I'm in a different dressing room for 1, and for 2, I'm videoing and talking on my other phone to Corey, but these fit. Yay, 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 and yay. These are the size 4s, they fit, I'm happy, I like them. I will probably get another pair. And then we're gonna go get some broccoli. I would call that a win. That's a pair of shorts. I don't know if I'm gonna get those capris or not. I'll think about it while I'm headed to the vegetables, and the 2 pairs of pants. I mean, it's summertime, pretty much, it's hot, so it's not like I wanna wear pants all the time, but sometimes you need pants because you're wanting to wear pants to an occasion, not shorts, so. On my way to the vegetables, it reminded me the other night, me and Corey were in here looking at stuff for the boys, so the baby clothes are adjacent to this section here. And these are women's hair clips, and we were looking at them, and I said, oh my goodness, Corey, did this not remind you of like the 70s? This is not like totally the 70s. Listen, if I wore hair clips or I could do anything with my hair, I'd put one of these in my hair because they're just super fun. Comment below, tell me if you think they're fun or if I'm just being tacky. Those are cute too. I just don't wear hair clips because I just can't stand the way stuff feels on my head. But they're all cute. And I could fix my hair with all of these, but alas, I just gotta keep doing these headscarf things. I almost forgot. Granny asked me to look for a specific kind of thread of yarn, and I almost forgot it. So I'm gonna pop over here and look and see if they've got it. On my way to the thread, I saw these in the baby clothes. Oh my goodness, isn't that just darling? I could see little Woody in that. I could see Ira in it too, but especially Woody. So darling. I also saw these little girls' dresses, and oh my goodness, they're all so cute. I love the floral pattern. Okay, I'm here looking for a purple color that kind of looks like this. See what the name of this is. I don't know if this is what I'm after or not. Oh, this is what I'm after. Perfect. I'm gonna get her 2 of them just in case she were to need that much. And while I'm here, I really ought to pick out a different color for her. Just something fun. I don't know if she would like blue. Or maybe, oh, that's a pretty little color. She might like something like that. I'm not sure. I think she might do something with this blue, so I'm just gonna get her 2 skeins of this. I think the yellow was pretty, but I think that she probably has some yellow, so blue will do. Aren't those little pots cute? That's really cute. You could put little flower decorations, real or fake, in there. Set them on your porch, or maybe on your table. Those actually already have flowers in them. That's kind of cute. All right, I think I have everything I need, and I'm ready to go check out, and I will meet you back at the car. Lucky me, Kato is just right over there. All right, here's the bag I gotta grab. I had something really interesting in Kato happen, and I thought I might have something interesting happen. Granny had told me, so she come down to Kato yesterday. It's so funny, she bought me and Corey one of those vests, and like I said, they were just really big. So she had me return them, and she told me yesterday that she saw someone that she knew in there. It turns out that the cashier that was working in Kato's, I always say Kato's, but I guess it's Kato, her name is Susan, and she was by marriage at one time related to us. And many, many years ago, when Mama and Paul were little, Granny kept her 2 boys while her husband was undergoing heart surgery. And so I got to meet her. Granny said, go in there, and she's probably working, and tell her who you are, and tell her that you know me and that you want to return these. And so I didn't say anything because I thought, well, I don't know what this woman looks like, and the cashier didn't have a name tag on. And so then she said, oh, your grandma, this must be, you know, Luzine must be your grandma, or your family member. She was in here yesterday and bought these, and she wants to return them. I said, yeah. So she knew who I was just based on the merchandise, since Granny had just bought it. And I just had a really nice chat with her, and I never met her before, but Mama tells me this story, has told me this story before, when they kept her boys, and one of them was really little enough to, either he was taking a bottle or about to stop taking a bottle. And I just thought, oh, that's so sweet. That's their mama, you know. And she told me that she was 70, I think, or 73, and she did not look 70 at all. And I just thought it was the sweetest thing. Here's this woman, you know, and those are her little boys that they kept, that I've heard those stories, you know, and she kept them for like a week or so while he was recovering from heart surgery. And I was like, wow, you know, that's kind of putting a name with the face of the mama, the boys that Granny and babysitted, and that Mom and Paul remember. And I think Mom says the littlest one slept in the bed with her and Paul, which is so sweet. It's just so precious, especially having children of our own now. So I was so happy to meet her. And before I left, she said, I know I never met you, and I know that you weren't alive back then, but nice to meet you. And I said, that's right, you know, nice to meet you. And she was kind of remembering, reminiscing on Granny Gazzy, which would be Granny's mama, and Pearl, which would have been her husband's mama, and that was Granny's, let's see, somebody in Granny's family. Pearl, would that be Granny's sister or Gazzy's sister, something like that? So just really special to get to meet kind of a long-lost family member in Kato. She signed the back of the receipt and sent it home. with me so I could give it to Granny. Of course, give Granny's money back for the return, but she wrote like a little letter and said, love you, and that's so sweet. All my duties in town now are done, headed home, got all the things done. I'm glad that I went to the post office, honestly, before I came into town, because it's on the way, or I probably would have forgotten, and then I wouldn't have went, and I'd have been in trouble with Mama. Because I told her I'd go. I mean, she probably wouldn't have cared, but I also saw a really cute little girl in Cato, and then when I came out, I'd noticed before I went in the store, I guess I should say, start there with the beginning of the story. I noticed a Jeep with the top down and a little car seat in the back, and I thought, oh, you know, that's cute. So then when I went in the store, I saw a little girl, and I thought, I wonder if, you know, that's her car seat, and that's her family that she's with. So then when I came back out to get in the car, I was right. And so the little girl was in the Jeep, and the top was on it, I guess, but the back, like the windows weren't in it. And I had to kind of just walk right past the Jeep. We were parked pretty close together to get back in the car, and I heard, hey, and I turned around and looked down, and she was kind of just like laid over in the other seat in the Jeep, and next to her car seat there was like a little bear and a little blanket, and it was really cute. And she said, I really like your shirt, ma'am. I said, thank you. You'll have to buckle up and have a fun ride, have a good time. It's a beautiful day. She was so cute, darling, precious little thing. And I've always loved kiddos, and I love talking to people. I think I'm a social person, but there's nothing like the appreciation and the love and the respect for children and family after you have your own kids. Then every little child you see, you're like, oh my Lord, they're just so beautiful, and they're so precious, and they're so special, and there's something to be loved and cherished and respected and protected at all costs. So it seems like, you know, today's just been a really nice day. I miss Ira so much, though. When I see kids, it really makes me miss them. But it seems like God has just put all the sweet little things, you know, seeing that cute little kid, and, you know, meeting my long-lost family member, and it kind of worked out, you know, finding those pants in the store. It's just been a really blessed experience so far. It's been a good trip. I did take a couple bites out of this before I could make it out here. And it's so good. It's so different, but it's really good. I think what makes these muffins different is the flour that I used, and the fact that these muffins have yogurt in them. There's a cup of what's supposed to be Greek yogurt, but I didn't have any, so I just used whole plain yogurt. And for the flour, I did einkorn flour, which isn't totally too different for me. We've been cooking with that some, but I use Khorasan flour. Khorasan is another ancient grain. It's bigger, the grain is longer, and it's harder. It's a denser, harder grain than the einkorn. It's a nutty, almost like a nutty flavor. And like I said, the texture is really good. And that might, some of the flavor I'm tasting might also be the yogurt. But I really like this recipe. You end up with a muffin it's a little denser, slightly denser, maybe less flaky or crumbly as what you think of a traditional muffin. But it's just really different, you know? And it's really good. I got both of these in the store. I like to cook with these. This is a soy sauce replacement. It's much healthier. It's better for you. And we were kind of running low. So I got some coconut aminos. They really do a good job flavoring dishes, especially like meat, vegetables, that kind of thing. I was going to get some rice wine vinegar, or just rice vinegar, because this morning I made a dish with beef, vegetables, rice, and I wanted to make a teriyaki sauce for it. The recipe for the teriyaki sauce called for rice vinegar. I didn't have any, so I used red wine vinegar, and it was pretty good. But I thought while I was at the store and I was already going to get the aminos, this was on the same aisle right next to it, so I figured I would get some of this for the next time that I wanted to make the teriyaki sauce for the beef and vegetables. Also got an orange Olipop. I just don't really drink soda, like hardly ever, but every now and then I will drink one of these, and it's supposed to be a better alternative. It is a better alternative, but it's probably still not the best thing in the world, so I don't do it too often, but I do want to have a good treat every now and then. Certainly enjoyed my muffin and enjoyed my day. What are you doing? What's in your mouth? You hit your face and it's swelled? It's not swelled. You undid it because you didn't want to be on the video. when we were really little, just to crack us up, Dad thought it was funny. If we always eat grapes, so we'd have grapes around, and he would put one in kind of each cheek and pretend to be a chipmunk. And we thought it was hilarious, so we started doing it. And we would go to school and do it, and all the other kids did it, and we just had a great time, and grapes were flying all over the lunchroom floor. And then he would tell us things like, my face is swelled, or I have a problem, and it would literally be an orange up his shirt, or grapes in his mouth, or like a banana in his hat. Well, you know what I've done, because I went all over town and you had to keep my little boy. So what did you do? Keep the little boy? I saw you out this morning working on the tractor.
Yeah, I put the quick hitch on it and got everything fixed up, and then realized that I don't really like that thing.
Oh, so you got to switch it up?
I just took it off, and you got to have quick hitch compatible components, and all my stuff's old, all my implements.
Yeah, I see that. That could
I
be annoying.
I got it on there and made it work, but I didn't like it because it had the scrape blade on there, and it was tilted in an angle that I didn't like, and didn't work as well, so I just took it off.
That's okay. Sometimes you just gotta try stuff out until you find out, like, oh, I like this or I don't.
I'm gonna try to set it up for my tiller, because that tiller is so hard to hook up. If I can get it set up for that, and if that's all I use it for, then that'll be fine.
Yeah, that's smart. That's a good application.
All my other implements are old, and they're not that hard to hook up like the tiller is.
Right, the tiller's a nightmare, huh?
It's a nightmare, yeah.
Coolio, I'm gonna go show all my people here my Mountain Warehouse order. I'm going to the greenhouse because I need natural light, but filtered natural light.
Probably hot in there.
Probably will be. And then I will be done. I got it in my video.
Cool. Peace out.
Peace out. You can be in the semi-end of the video. It's so funny. When I got home, I asked Mom and Dad, I said, is the UPS truck or the FedEx truck been here? And they said no. And then in a little while, I heard mrrr, and it was UPS. He went to Corey's house first, and then he come to our house, so he backed up our driveway. And I said, style points. It's tricky to back up here, much less in a great big vehicle like that you can't really see out of. Anyway, I mentioned Mountain Warehouse in probably one of my last videos, and so I made an order from them. It got here, and I realized that nothing fit. So I sent it all back and got a different size. So what I got the second time here, what I have now I'm hoping will fit, is arrived. And I thought I would show you before I end my video. I really do appreciate, of course, though, the opportunity to go into a store and try something on. Because if you can try it on, then you get it right the first time. And you don't have to do any returns or anything like that. But it is, also nice because we don't live somewhere where there's a large selection of clothing or options. So sometimes really one of your only choices is just to shop online and look for somewhere that does returns. So that is, that's good too. I just like being able to try stuff on the first time. I'm just gonna sit in the chair in here and kind of pull a few things out and show you. This is a dress. So this is just a plain dress. Nothing super exciting about that. I really like the pattern though. And there's several other dresses in here of a similar style, if you will. Here's another one, kind of the same style, but just a different color and pattern. The cool thing about these dresses, I'll pick that up in a minute. The cool thing about these is that they're 100% cotton, so they feel really nice on, and they're really good for hot weather. This is actually a t-shirt. You can kind of see the pattern through the plastic here. It's just a little t-shirt with a kind of like a little sun, maybe like a little sun and mountain scene. Oh, little birds, yeah. Oh, and I got 2 of these because I wanted to give one to Corey, so there's the other one. This is another dress, and it's a little different. It's got a tie on it. I kind of went all out. I thought if I bought several dresses, I would never have to buy any more. Or like, as long as I don't gain or lose weight, then I can just wear these until they fall off. So I was kind of just going with that in mind. This one is a V-neck, and it's got that little belt there that ties. I love that color, and I love the cute little flowers on there. Again, hopefully, if I take care of these dresses and don't really drastically change in size, I can just wear them for probably years. This dress is like the first ones that I showed you, and it's like a little bluey pink kind of flowery design. There's one more dress in here of a similar, pretty much the same styles as before, but it's just a different color and pattern of flowers. I like flowers, so I kind of just went with floral. And that is a pair of sunglasses. You can see me in there. These are just like super plain, cheap sunglasses because that's all I own is cheap sunglasses. Put on my new sunglasses to end this video, and I didn't realize how scratched and how completely and totally wore out my other sunglasses were until I put these on, and I'm like, oh wow, I can actually see out of these. Apparently my other ones are more scratched than what I realized. I'll also say that Mountain Warehouse was having a really good sale, like almost 50% off when I found those dresses and these sunglasses. So of course that's always nice. Well, I hope that you certainly enjoyed coming along with me on my little errands, going to the store, having a good time at the post office. You didn't see anything with the post office. It was a very fast, just drop off the packages and go sort of deal. I really enjoyed running that errand for Granny and getting to meet Susan. That was just really special. I never met Susan before, and of course she was related to us by marriage, but I don't know, I just kind of felt a kindred spirit with her. She was a very beautiful woman, and she did not look her age. When she told me how old she was, I was like, no way. Just a really special thing, I guess, you know, meet special people. And God is good to allow us to be able to make these videos, bring you these videos. You know, I have my health, I have the ability to go and do, I have the world's best babysitters. I just feel so blessed, and all the good things we know come from God and come from His love and His mercy. So without further ado, God bless you, God keep you. We will certainly catch you on the next one, and don't forget, God loves you.